Welcome to the CardioGolf Show.
Hi, and welcome to the Cardio Golf Show. In this episode, I'm going to show you how we've incorporated a training grip onto the PowerSwing trainer. Now you can practice your grip position and also stretch and strength at the same time. I'm also going to show you a Pilates routine to help you with that lower body mobility and core strength. Then we're going to finish with a routine to help you with your sequencing so you can really learn that sequence of starting your swing from the ground up. So I hope you enjoy the show.
Welcome to the CardioGolf Show.
Hi, this is Karen from Cardio Golf, and this is the Golf Gym Power Swing Trainer. It has a molded practice grip, so there's a very specific way to put your hands on this grip. So if you compare your power grip to a regular golf grip, you can see that the golf grip is round, and where people go wrong with a regular golf club is that they put the thumb straight down the shaft. And what happens is that opens the club face at impact. So people hit shots out to the right if they're right-handed golfers. And then instead of changing the grip to correct it, they end up trying to correct it with their golf swing. So you want to make sure that your grip is on so that you can create a square club face. So the power swing trainer has ridges to show you where to put your hand. So you put your left hand on first if you're a right-handed golfer. The grip goes down in the fingers, and you can see that there's a ridge for your left thumb to sit on. Then when you place your other hand on, then you can see there's a place for your thumb and your forefinger. So your hands are now molded in the correct position. And if you practice like this every day, it's going to help you remember what it's like to put your hands on the club correctly.
Welcome to the CardioGolf Show.
And I've attached the power bands to a door. Make sure they're secure. We're going to put our feet in these hand loops and do a lower body mobility flexibility workout. On the floor, on your back, and you put your feet into the handles like this. Make sure they're secure. Then stabilize your upper body. Lower your head down. Make sure your back is flat. Keep your belly pulled in. Use your arms to stabilize your lower body, and then you're going to lower your legs and then lift up, trying to keep your legs straight. So this is really great for the back of your legs. We're using our abdominal muscles, and this is great for your lower back. So keep that upper body stable. We're just using your hips and your legs. So you're lowering down and you're lifting up. Breathe. Inhale one direction, exhale the other, and try to stretch those legs out every single time. At the bottom there, try not to let your belly blow out and try to keep your back flat. Then you can do some foot variations. You can keep your heels together, your toes apart. So this is in internal, external hip rotation by changing how you place your feet. Then you can put your toes together, heels apart, and you'll feel that differently in your hips. You can put one leg over the other, zip up those inner thighs and lower down and keep those legs straight. So there's several variations that you can do with this lift and lower exercise. Make sure that you do the other side like that. From here, you're going to put your heels together, toes apart, bend your knees, keep your belly pulled in, stabilize your upper body, and then stretch out your legs. Zip up your pelvic floor, stretch your legs, squeeze your inner thighs, and come back in. So this is the froggy exercise. Inhale, and then exhale as you squeeze out. Really think about pulling your pelvic floor in and up, and pulling and cinching in your waist as you do this exercise. You're really getting some hip mobility as you bend your knees in and stretch out. These are called froggies. Squeeze those inner thighs in. Inhale and then exhale, really stretch out. From here, you can circle your legs. This is great hip mobility. So you're swinging your legs down, connecting your inner thighs, and then really opening up each time you circle. As you lower down and circle, make sure that back doesn't arch. Keep that belly pulled in the entire time. So this is really a lot of lower body mobility, but we're working on the core at the same time. And then change directions. Circle, circle, circle. Try to keep the width of your feet the same and really stretch it out. And now from here, you're just going to alternate dropping one heel down and then the other one, as if you're walking in a long stride. So you can do this slow and controlled, keeping that belly pulled in, trying to touch your heel down and the other leg is up. And then you're just walking in a long stride. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. Bend your legs and then you're bicycling. So again, keeping that belly pulled in, keeping your back flat, trying to stabilize your upper body. Really use your arms to connect your upper body to the floor. And you're bicycling one direction. You can pick up the pace if you want to and go a little bit faster, and then you can reverse the bicycle. Nice hip mobility. From here, you can do a little flutter kick, so you can start at the top and then work down to the bottom. Flutter, flutter, flutter. Nice job, guys. All right, from here, put your heels together, the bottoms of your feet together, and then we'll start with a butterfly stretch. You're holding on to the ropes and really stretching. So trying to get a nice big stretch in those hips. Holding. If you're doing this as a warm-up, you can hold for about 5 to 10, 15 seconds. If you're doing it after golf, then really try to hold the stretches for up to 30 seconds. And that's the time that you need to get that muscle to loosen up. From here, you're going to stretch out into a straddle. You can see I'm holding on to the tubing just to give myself a little bit extra stretch. You can alternate rocking side to side. If you're warming up, this is a great way to warm up those inner thighs, stretch out those legs. If you're doing this as a stretch, then you want to hold for 30 seconds. Then one heel comes in and you're stretching one leg at a time. So you're really stretching out those inner thighs, breathing the whole time, keeping your belly pulled in, working on your core at the same time, and then switch and do the other. So one side might be tighter than the other, and that's typical. You have to stretch out the side that's tighter for a little bit longer. This is a glute stretch, so you put your ankle on your opposite knee and then you bend your knee in, and then you can physically push out your knee, and you'll feel that in your glute, in your hip, in your inner thigh. So you're holding and you're breathing. Stretching can be boring, so you want to watch TV or listen to music as you stretch. So then you're going to take your other hand and press your knee away, and you're doing a glute stretch. Putting the bottoms of your feet together and doing another modified inner thigh stretch. We call this diamond because your legs and feet form a diamond shape, using the handles to hold on to. Good job, guys. So then carefully get your feet out of the loops, and this would be a good time if you have a shorty club to do a few practice swings, and you should feel that your hips are a little bit more mobile, your legs are stretched out, you're ready to play golf, or that's a nice cool down after you play to help you recover faster so that you can play again tomorrow without pain and injury free.
Welcome to the CardioGolf Show.
And I know a lot of people ask me how to get more distance. And a lot of the times where I see people go wrong when they want to get more distance is they try to swing harder or faster. And ironically, that is actually what slows the club down. If there's a secret to distance, it's actually the sequencing of your downswing. First of all, you have to make a nice, good turn and be balanced, keep your head steady. And then the power actually comes from the ground up. You stabilize your lower body, you shift your weight back towards the target, your hips start to rotate, then the torso, then your shoulders, and the arms, and the club head is the last thing to come through. The hips need to spin through and then stop, and then the club head passes the body, and that's that whipping motion. And if you get that sequencing, that's when it feels easy. Where people go wrong is they try to power from the top of the swing. So let me show you a few exercises to help you get that sequencing so that you can get some more distance without swinging harder. If I could simplify the golf swing down to a simple motion that we do every day, it would be think about the golf swing as if you were walking. If you're walking, your upper body is rotating in the opposite direction of your lower body. Now, nobody walks this way, I'm just exaggerating. As you're walking, your upper body swings and your hips are rotating to move and propel you forward. Well, that's the same thing that you want to do in the golf swing, except you're standing to the side of the ball. So the motion is more lateral. But all I'm doing is I'm turning my upper body separately from my lower body, letting the arms swing. And then I'm just going to make the turn bigger. And then I'm just going to make the turn bigger on the follow through. So
Watch as I walk. Notice my lower body rotates one direction while the upper body naturally rotates the opposite direction. That's called counter rotation. If you speed it up into a light jog, there's nothing forced, everything flows naturally. And that's the same athletic motion the golf swing becomes.
and let the ball get in the way, and that's how you get power. Think about it. When you're walking, you wouldn't lunge at it like this with your upper body to walk faster. You would just swing your arms a little bit faster. In order to get power, you have to load your weight into your backside so that you have some momentum to get your weight to shift towards the target. So I love to use my fit wedge. It's just a little angle that you can place your foot on. And now we've created an uphill lie. So when I'm in an uphill lie, I'm a right-handed golfer. I have a little bit more weight on my backside. So now as I swing back, I can really feel how I'm loading my weight into my backside. That's going to give me more power to shift towards the target. Where I see people go wrong is if they're on a flat lie, they just pick up their arms. Now their weight's more towards the target. So they're either going to come more over the top or have to do a big compensation to try to hit the ball. And that's the opposite of what you want to do. So a really great exercise is to find yourself an uphill lie and do lots of practice swings, feeling how your weight goes down and back into your back foot. You can even stop at the top. This is a good stability exercise and practice loading into your backside. You can see I'm looking down at where a ball is. I'm keeping my head steady, rotating around my spine. I'm not heaving over or lifting my arms. So just let natural incline of gravity take you to your backside. Now you're in a great position to be able to shift your weight towards the target. You can turn this around and then get on a downhill lie. And now the downhill lie is really going to help your downswing. Again, don't fight gravity. You're loaded into your backside. And now let your weight gently shift from the back towards the target. So a downhill lie, you naturally do this. Sometimes people go wrong on a downhill lie is they try to hang back and help the ball up in the air. And that's why downhill lies are difficult for people. So don't fight gravity. Get on a downhill lie and just let gravity take you towards the target. You can see I'm pivoting off my back foot. All my weight finishes towards the target. So that's a great way to help you get a little bit more power without trying to swing harder, just by sequencing better from the top down to impact. Anything that you can do to get a little bit stronger, more flexible, more mobile is going to help you hit the ball farther. Anytime you can move better, it will help you hit the ball farther. This is just a little power ball. You can use a light weight or a medicine ball, kettlebell swing. And then a great exercise is to hold it like this and then just practice swinging this ball like a pendulum or a child's swing. Feel your weight load into your backside, then feel your weight shift, change direction, and then as if you were going to fling this ball down the fairway, but you're not flinging the ball down the fairway unless you have a lot of room. And that's basically what you're trying to do in the golf swing. Load, shift, and then fling your arms. So you can see when I do this, I'm using the ground to push off and extend my hips towards the target so that my hips can get out of the way so my arms can swing and throw this ball down the fairway. I wouldn't get to the top, bend my arms, and come over like this. This would be wrong. So just let the natural weight of the medicine ball feel how you shift your weight towards the back, change directions, and then shift forward. So this is a great little core exercise. It's also helping you build some strength and some mobility in your upper body. So swing that weight, get a little power in your body to help you swing a little bit better and get some more distance. Balance is so important in the golf swing. Your body acts as a natural injury prevention machine. If you don't have enough balance, then your body is going to stop you from swinging hard because the body doesn't want to lose balance. So when you improve your balance, then your body lets you swing more freely and move better. Great exercise is to simply hold the club like this and then practice lifting one leg and practice your balance. Close your eyes, hold it for an inhale. If you can, even lift the club and then close your eyes. Anything that you can do to improve your balance will help your body move better. So you want to do that with both legs. So this would be level one, practicing just holding your leg, then closing your eyes. Level two would be no assistance, just holding the club like this. And then level three would be trying to do this while you keep your eyes closed. It's hard to talk and do that at the same time. But when you improve your balance, then your body says, okay, I can do this. I can swing a little bit faster to help you get power. If you don't have balance, your body gets to the top and says, nope, we're not going to do this. We're going to slow you down because we don't want you to fall over or injure yourself. So practice that balance, and that will really help your golf swing. Having an understanding of how the sequencing in the golf swing works will help you improve your distance by not swinging harder, but by swinging more efficiently. Ideally, in the golf swing, as you get to the top, you want your lower body to initiate the downswing, your hips, then your torso, your shoulders and your arms. And the last thing to come through is the club head. Your hips stabilize, and then your arms swing past your body. And that's how you get power. Where people go wrong is that they get that sequencing incorrect. They start from the top and try to muscle it with their arms and hands. So a couple things happen. They either come over the top and hit it straight left, or come over the top and then try to manipulate it to go straight. It doesn't work that way. The other thing is you don't need to exaggerate the movement. I see a lot of people get to the top of the swing and then they throw their hips at the ball, that doesn't work either. That gets the club lagging too far behind. So you want the sequencing to be in the right order from the top. You should memorize this. Get to the top, then initiate with a little weight shift towards the target. Start from the ground, then your hips, then your torso, then your shoulders and arms. And the last thing to come through is the club head. Memorize that sequence. Practice it in slow motion like that. And then eventually you'll train your body to do it all in one motion. Think of the golf swing as a chain reaction. Power starts from the ground up, then moves into the legs, the hips, the torso, the arms, and finally the club. The club should be the last thing to accelerate. That way, you can get more efficient, get more distance without swinging harder.
Welcome to the cardio.